When U.S. Vice President JD Vance labeled Chinese citizens as peasants, he wasn't ready for what came next. Because China clapped back and made sure the internet heard it. Let's unpack the sass, shade, and self-confidence. In an interview with Fox News, Vance dropped this gem.
Incurring a huge amount of debt to buy things that other countries make for us. And to make it a little bit more crystal clear, we borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy the things those Chinese peasants manufacture. That is not a recipe for economic prosperity. It's not a recipe for low prices, and it's not a recipe for good jobs in the United States of America.
Yep, he said that. On TV. In 2025, China's foreign ministry was not having it. Their response? Ignorant and impolite. That's diplomatic code for boy, please.
中方对中美经贸关系的立场已经讲得很清楚了。听到这位副总统说出这样无知又缺乏礼貌的话，令人诧异，也感到悲哀。
Meanwhile, on Chinese TikTok, netizens went off.
As a Chinese citizen, I fully support the high tariffs that the current US administration imposed on China. I 100% support that idea, and I think it's time for the Chinese government to learn a lesson. And that lesson is nobody can defeat the US but the US itself. You guys have been spreading misinformation about China over the last few decades internationally. And to be honest, I think that the Chinese government was doing a very shitty job promoting ourselves. It doesn't matter who will win this tariff war, China will still be the final winner, because we were notorious for having a shitty reputation on the international stage. And the US administration single-handedly destroyed that evil picture of China that they were trying to depict over the last few decades. So good job, because we had nothing to lose. Over the last few days, so many people from so many different countries started to learn about China. And I have to say that I feel sorry that you guys have wasted so much money and time creating all those lies and fake news about China. So without people like JD, it's almost impossible for us to achieve such a good PR result in such a short time. Mr. Vice President, are you sure you're not a Chinese undercover?
Showing off smart cities, AI-powered delivery bots, and trains that make Amtrak look like a toy set. Critics weren't done. People were quick to point out that JD Vance wrote Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir about growing up in American poverty.
They're calling it the Battle of the Hillbillies and the Peasants. JD Vance gets on TV during an interview and starts calling Chinese people peasants. Talking about borrowing money and then being peasants. And now they are speaking out. Even top officials in China spoke out against it. Wasn't too happy either. So yeah, they are calling him the hillbilly they don't know. I'm telling you what is up with this administration and just being degrading to people? Just degrading. They feel so empowered, like they're better than anybody. And JD Vance, more than anybody, shouldn't be acting like that. He should be a little more humble, because he sure did have some humble beginnings, like a lot of us.
Do you really think that was some diplomatic slip-up? I don't think that was a slip. I think it was a glimpse behind the curtain. We borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy things from Chinese peasants? Let that sink in. If we're borrowing money from peasants, what does that make us? But this is how they see everyone who is not in their billionaire circle. This man who supposedly climbed out of poverty, and then he just decides to kick the ladder out from behind him, accidentally revealed how they truly see everybody else who's not in their circle. The Trump administration isn't fighting for you. They are transforming this country into an oligarchy and pointing their fingers at everybody else while they're doing it. They slap massive 104% tariffs on China, knowing full well that we will pay the cost, not China. JD Vance talks about Chinese workers as if they're beneath him, but guess what? In his world and in Trump's world, we are all beneath them. We are all peasants. We are all just labor to be exploited, votes to be manipulated, and wallets to be emptied. Remember this the next time the Trump administration pretends to be heroes of the working class. Their mask slipped, and we all heard what they really think. We are not citizens to them. They think of us as peasants, and it's time that we stop letting them treat us like it.
Talk about throwing rocks from a glass trailer. Chinese users kept it classy and flashy. They posted videos of shopping centers, sky gardens, facial recognition tech, and more.
What's life like for Chinese peasants in a Muslim village of rural China? Assalamu alaikum. I was shocked that the vice president of great country called us Chinese peasants. It's not AI, it's real. And I suppose the peasant is similar like the farmer. Right now, I'm in the rural area of Yunnan, China. So let's see how's the life here. Let's go for the breakfast and the local house. It's my friend Sulaiman's house. This is very common house here in this village. Sulaiman's wife. This is the living room. Oh, look, the calligraphy. 念礼斋课朝. This is 5 pillars of Islam in Chinese. Quran in Chinese translation. And pu'er. This tree made with the pu'er, Clapback. This is typical breakfast here in Yunnan. This is the minced beef, and this one is the fermented beef, and also the rice noodle. Wow, mouth-watering. We put some pickled vegetables, wild mushrooms, a bit of chili. This is the Sichuan pepper oil and garlic. Wow, so good. Bismillah. This is local blueberry, freshly picked from the mountain yesterday. The blueberry in Yunnan is so good. Now it's the tea time and brother Sulaiman's studio. Which tea we should drink? This one is around $300 for 1 kilo. This one like $500 and $700. This one $1,000. And this one is most expensive one. $500 or $5,000, from the Asian tree. It's called Bindao, Iceland. Teacup, 建盏. It's a very unique one. Around $100 for just 1 cup. And this is the Chinese peasant's car, made in China. Now we are going to the Asian tea mountain.
Chinese users kept it classy and flashy. They posted videos of shopping centers, sky gardens, facial recognition tech, and more. If that's peasantry, where do I sign up? One careless comment sparked a global glow-up. From peasants to pioneers, China didn't respond with fury, they responded with flex.